Hey guys, welcome back to Lush Aqua. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you an update on all my aquariums. I'm going to be telling you what is currently the problems with the aquariums, what are things I like about that specific aquarium, and also the routine I follow for that aquarium. So let's start off with the first tank here. It's my 3-foot Discus Aquarium. I have been running this tank for around 5 months now, and I do a 50% water change every day on this aquarium, and I have some IP Discus in this aquarium. For those of you who have been following the channel for a while now will remember or will have watched most of these of the videos I have made on adding these fish. If you haven't watched them, I suggest you go and watch them. Now I feed the fish around 4 or 5 times a day, with 3 times being frozen food like BHM, GHM or Artemia, and 2 times being dry food like Vibrabites or also BioGold. Now I don't feed them bloodworms at all, but yeah, I do a siphon maybe 2 or 3 times a day, sometimes 2 times, sometimes 3 times, depending on the waste. Now I have fed them in the morning, so you can see some waste in the bottom of the tank. But overall, this tank is doing really well. I really like the Discus, so we'll move on to the next tank now. This is my 2 feet jungle aquascape. The problem with this tank is I was trying to shoot a video for you guys of what happens to a tank when you literally stop dosing it with any fertilizer, and unfortunately I got really busy with work, and I really messed up and I stopped dosing the tank, but I couldn't shoot the videos. But the Pinifetida in this tank took a really bad hit with that. Most of it died off, and I have started dosing the tank again, and most of the plants have started coming back. But yeah, it was in a really bad condition. Just ignore the dog fur that I keep having at the edge of all my aquariums. You'll always see dog fur on the edges of my aquariums because I own a dog. Though I have a skimmer, this has to be cleaned as well. All this kachara has to be cleaned, but I haven't done my weekly maintenances yet. It is Sunday today. I do it on Sunday evening, so I will be doing it later on today. But overall, I am trying to get this tank back into shape. Even the lily pipe here has to be cleaned. It has gotten really black. Okay, a lot of work in this aquarium. The good thing about this tank, it runs the Chiro's RGB 45 light. So because of having such a good light, and I do dose CO2 as well, the tank will bounce back pretty fast, and I'm not really concerned about the plants that have died. I can manage that. Now coming to the next aquarium, this is my 19-inch Iwagumi setup. So I've set this tank up just 3 or 4 days ago, and it runs a DIY light. Huge shout out to Dylan for helping me make that light. Now I have used some dwarf hair grass and some tissue culture Monte Carlo. Well, the hair grass has melted off, but those of you who have grown hair grass before know that hair grass, once you plant it in tissue culture, it will totally melt off and then grow back fresh. Now coming to the next tank is my Buddha Aquascape. This is my favorite tank, and pretty sure this is the favorite tank of YouTube and my channel as well, because this gets the most views and the most likes. As you can see, this tank really requires trimming right now. Most of the plants have touched the surface. Really happy with how the plants look on the surface because of the Sun ADS 400C light. You can see the pinks really pop, and it looks really beautiful. Now not much algae issues in this tank, but if I don't really trim it soon, you see that most of the plants down will start dying, and that will cause a major algae outbreak. I have to clean the glass as well, a lot of dirt. So once I finish shooting this video, I'm going to be editing it, and then I will be able to change the water on all my aquariums. Now I follow the same water change routine on this tank as well. I do around a 30 to 40% water change every week. Just clean the glass with a credit card and trim the plants once in 2 or 3 weeks. Now today is the time I will have to trim the plants, as I mentioned earlier. But moving on to the next tank, this is the last tank I have. It's my 1-foot cube aquascape. Basically this is where I had my mountainscape, and I converted it into a Dutchscape because I wanted to keep some shrimp. Now the reason you see 2 ember tetras here is I had a school of 9 of them, but I gave 7 of them to my friend. I managed to catch only 7. It's not like I wanted to give him only 7. I managed to catch only 7. Now I need to sit and catch these 2 guys and give them to him as well. Basically, I've used most of the plants from the Aquascape into this tank itself, and I think only 2 or 3 species additional. Otherwise, both the tanks have similar plants. Now, what I like about this tank is it has really less maintenance. Now, I don't have any algae crew in this tank at all, but you see the algae issues, and I haven't really done a maintenance since 1 week. The algae issues are really minimal. Now you will see some salt stains here because the water keeps evaporating, but that's fine. That you'll see on all my aquariums as well. But yeah, these 2 tanks, the only pain points that these 2 tanks are going to give me is the constant trimming I will have to do. Now the reason of that is I use really strong lights on both of them. If you want to know the lights I use, I have made a video on them as well. You can go and check that out. But for now, I am doing a 30% water change every week on this tank. I do have some shrimp here as well, some Bloody Mary shrimp. I have sourced that from my friend Priyanshu. Thank you so much, Priyanshu, for getting me the shrimp. But overall, really happy with all the tanks, guys. I will be spending the next few hours maintaining these tanks. That's what gets annoying sometimes, and that's why I like to keep my tanks really simple, because I hate it when tank maintenance becomes more work or starts seeming like more work than fun. Now, if you like this video, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also don't forget to stay always lush.